First of all, we are doing this as the ignition of the Youth Connekt Africa Summit. The summit, today is the pre-summit day. Today is the day when the delegates are gathering together. We are doing pre-event activities ahead of the official opening of the summit tomorrow. And we decided that our first activity is to deal with the greatest existential threat facing humanity today, and that is climate change. Kenya has been a leader in climate change mitigation, climate change adaptation. And we decided that today we'll mobilize our young people to plant trees in large numbers. This week we are also observing the Youth Creative Economy and Sports Week ahead of Jamhuri Day. Kenya is turning 60 next week. And so our target is to plant 60,000 trees during this week as part of celebrating our 60th anniversary. Today we have planted 10,000. We will plant 10,000 each day until Jamhuri Day. By Jamhuri Day, we should have hit 60,000. This is what we call the spectator stage for the WRC Safari Rally. This is where Kenyans come to interact with the rally. Because after the flagging off in the CBD, the rally cars normally head here for what we call the spectator stage. So a lot of Kenyans normally gather in this space to enjoy the rally. But when I came here in June, I was actually very saddened. The place is bare, it's dusty, it's windy, there's no shade, and there were people all over this place in the hot sun, in the wind, and I decided right there that we can turn this place into a beautiful botanical garden where people can come and enjoy the rally and even picnic around here. But you need a forest, you need gardens here. That is where we are turning it from these almost desert conditions to a beautiful garden. And I have no doubt that in another 1-2 years, Kenyans will come here and they'll have a beautiful environment within which to enjoy the Safari Rally.
The issue of the environment and climate change is so closely linked with human development. You know, on one hand, we have to make development happen for people. On the other hand, we have to make that development sustainable. So if you do development in a way that is not sustainable, it will all be wiped away. We are seeing that, right? When there is no resilience built into how we construct houses, for instance, and the next landslide or hurricane or earthquake comes, everything disappears. So it's part for UNDP is really about building resilience so that people can adapt better to climate change effects. But it's also about mitigating the effect of climate change by changing our behavior. You know, plastic waste, making sure that we're dealing with that, making sure that we're planting more trees as we're doing today, but while doing that, ensuring that communities can benefit to improve their livelihoods. And also for us, there is a link between climate, peace and security. When you see what's happening with water, for instance, as water dries up, particularly for pastoralist communities, we see more conflict between herders and farmers because now there is a contestation, there's a fight for, diminishing natural resources. So we want to make sure that people understand the link between the absence of water and the evolution of a conflict. And how do we mitigate that? We do that by making sure we provide sustainable water sources for those communities so they share rather than fight.